Why did Jane Austen make Mary Bennet the only Bennet sister described as plain and unattractive in Pride and Prejudice? In the book, beauty immediately gives Jane and Elizabeth an advantage, but Mary doesn't have that advantage, so why does her appearance matter? In this video, we will go through these points. 1. Why Mary's appearance matters. 2. The difference between genuine talent and performative accomplishment. 3. What Austen is criticizing through Mary's behavior. And 4. Why Mary's appearance has a deeper purpose in the novel. Before we start, if you like Jane Austen and Regency-era history, please like this video and subscribe for future uploads. Now let's get started. So, why Mary's appearance matters in Pride and Prejudice? Mary has an unusual position in the Bennet family. She's surrounded by sisters who naturally attract attention. Jane is famously beautiful, while Elizabeth has a lively expression, charm, and a personality that draws people toward her. But Austen describes Mary as having neither beauty nor the charm. She isn't the daughter people immediately notice when the Bennet sisters enter a room. And in the world of the novel, that difference matters. Regency society placed huge importance on a young woman's appearance. Beauty could attract admiration, invitations, and the attention of eligible men. A beautiful woman could enter a social gathering already possessing something valuable, which is people's interest. Mary grew up surrounded by siblings who receive more attention than her. Mary cannot compete with Jane through beauty. She cannot take Elizabeth's place as the witty sister, so she has to find other ways to establish her importance. And that becomes central for understanding Mary Bennet's character. If Mary cannot make herself stand out through beauty and charms, so what does she do to make herself stand out instead? Mary is constantly studying. She reads, practices the piano, memorizes quotations, and she is obviously interested in improving herself. This might make her seem like the most serious and ambitious Bennet sister. But Austen gives us a clue about Mary's motivation. She tells us that vanity had given her application. That changes how we should understand Mary. Is Mary actually accomplished, or is she simply performing the idea of being accomplished? Mary isn't necessarily studying because she loves knowledge for its own sake. Her dedication is driven by vanity. She has the desire to be recognized as an intelligent and impressive young woman. Mary has put effort into developing her abilities, but effort alone doesn't produce talent. Austen makes this clear when she describes her as having neither genius nor taste. This is particularly noticeable with her piano playing. Mary thinks of performing as an opportunity to demonstrate what she has learned, but instead of simply enjoying music or sharing it naturally, she treats her accomplishment as the evidence that she deserves admiration. The same thing happens with her quotations. Mary has an impressive collection of things she has read and remembered. She is able to mention quotations for almost any occasion, but knowing many quotations isn't the same thing as having wisdom. That's the satire Austen is making here. Mary becomes a satire of the accomplishment that was highly valued in Regency society. A young woman was expected to know music, literature, languages, drawing, or other subjects. Mary has all these skills, but she lacks the natural genius and taste that transforms these accomplishments into something truly impressive. Mary has a habit of turning ordinary situations into opportunities. For example, when Lydia runs away with Wickham, and the family is dealing with an extremely serious scandal, but Mary immediately starts producing her moral observations about the dangers of female reputation and the importance of virtue. Her comments may sound respectable. The problem is that they don't actually help anyone. Mary often says something that sounds intelligent until you consider the situation in which she says it, and that makes her more than just an awkward, funny sister in the Bennet family. Mary becomes Austen's comic example of what happens when accomplishment becomes a performance for social recognition. So, after everything we've seen, why did Austen make Mary plain in the first place? Does her appearance have a deeper purpose in the novel? It does. Her appearance becomes important as a literary device. Mary's plainness helps Austen create a larger picture of what determines a woman's position in the world of Pride and Prejudice. In Regency society, a woman's prospects could be influenced by far more than her personality. Beauty mattered, wealth mattered, family connections mattered, and marriage was deeply connected to all of them. A woman who possessed beauty could attract attention more easily. A woman with money or influential connections could have greater security and a wider range of possible matches. And a respectable family could provide social advantages that another woman simply did not have. Mary wants recognition, but she isn't very good at understanding how other people see her. She wants to appear impressive, but her attempts can have the opposite effect. Austen could have made Mary beautiful and still given her the same personality, but making her plain creates a contrast between the sisters and makes us more aware of the different ways women might try to establish their worth. Her character becomes the symbol of the pressure placed on women to possess something that makes them desirable and respectable. She represents the human desire to be noticed. Here, I find similarities between Mr. Collins and Mary Bennet. The biggest similarity is that both characters desperately want to appear impressive in the eyes of others. Mr. Collins wants to appear respectable, important, and socially correct. Mary wants to appear intelligent, accomplished, and morally serious. Both rely heavily on performing an identity rather than naturally possessing the qualities they claim. Both are surprisingly unaware of how ridiculous they appear to other people. I will probably talk about the contrast between their characters in another video in the future. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about Mary Bennet's character, and also write down if you have any suggestion for videos. Have a nice day.